Hello, I'm collector of graphics cards, and in this videos I'd like to show you worst gaming cards ever made. We start with S3 ViRGE. Its first 3D card from S3 with so great performance, that they called it Decelerator. But first, something about S3 company. It's been founded in 1989 in USA. And cards with their chips were released in 1991. Chip name was P86C911, also nicknamed Carrera, because developers hoped that they buy Porsche from revenues. In 1992 was replaced by P86C928, but it was also very expensive chip used on cards with prices around $600 to $900. In same year were also released mainstream versions called P86, C801 and later C805 used on cheaper cards around $300. Year later followed two new 64-bit chips called Vision 964 and 864, which were aimed for high-end and mainstream markets. Next in line were Vision 968 and 868, improved by support for video acceleration. In 1994 and 1995 appeared also low-end chips Trio 32 and much more successful Trio 64, sold in many various models many years later. And on 2D core of Trio 64 was based first game 3D accelerator from S3 called ViRGE. ViRGE was announced in November 1995 along with more expensive version ViRGE VX. And it's supposed to be mainstream card with good price. Card were released in May 1996 with price around $199 and promised very fast 2D with good 3D. But cards had only 2 megabytes of memory. In August prices decreased to $169 and new models with 4 megabytes appeared, but with old price $199. ViRGE mean video and graphic rendering engine, and S3 promised support of all important APIs like Direct3D or OpenGL. And also their own API called S3D. Drivers with OpenGL support were never released. Their own DOS API S3D were introduced, because at that time wasn't Direct3D released. But S3D was quickly outdated after DirectX release, only around 18 games were supported and most of them were bundled to various cards. And there was no S3D patches free available for most of them. Now something about testing configuration. Computer is based on Gigabyte motherboard with Intel 815 chipset. It's powered by Intel Pentium 3 at 1 GHz, have 512 megabytes of SD RAM memory, and operating system is Windows 98 2nd edition. In this test you will see 3 graphics cards. First is Diamond Stealth 2000. Its S3 ViRGE clocked at 55 MHz with 4 megabytes of EDO memory on 64-bit memory bus. It will compete against Diamond Monster 3D based on legendary Voodoo 1 chipset from 3DFX clocked at 50 MHz. This card have also 4 megabytes of EDO memory, but on faster memory bus. Sadly, even legendary cards are not flawless, and Voodoo 1 have in some games texture bugs on CPUs faster than 400 MHz. In these will be replaced by STB Velocity 128 based on NVIDIA Riva 128 clocked at 100 MHz. This card came 1 year later, so it's using 4 megabytes of faster SRAM memory and AGP1 bus. First we take a look at benchmark called Final Reality. In its option we can see that card is missing alpha blending. Alpha blending is used for transparent textures in effects like fire, smoke and various explosions. In top left corner you can see FPS counter showing really small numbers even on resolution 640 to 480 used in all tests. Robots scene shows another bug. Blinking textures at sky and walls. City scene is really slow and missing also flames effects at rocket. So we skip it to 3D Mark 99. In it I did only 2 tests. First is race clearly showing tragic performance. Second is fill rate test. Whole benchmarking wasn't done, because most cards won't survive first person test. Tomb Raider 2 demo looks on ViRGE good, and it's only around 3 times slower than Voodoo 1. Forsaken isn't demanding game, but ViRGE is still too slow for it and loses points for bad looking effects due missing alpha blending. Carmageddon 2 is 6 times slower than Voodoo 1 and have deformed textures. GLQuake works only thanks to D3D wrapper made only for this game, and still it's not playable even at 320 to 240 resolution. Turok was high-end game optimized for Voodoo 1. ViRGE is ultra-slow even in intro and missing many textures.
Gulp.
Croc is one of few games supporting S3D, but I was unable to get this version, so I stayed with D3D. Incoming was famous thanks to many nice looking effects. But these were not visible on ViRGE. Sadly Voodoo 1 have texture bug on fast CPUs, so I'm using for comparison Reaver 128.
Good morning, and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System. This automated train is provided for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel. The time is 8:47.
It's small wonder that Half-Life is running, but most textures just disappeared.
The time is 8:47 a.m. Current topside temperature is 93 degrees. With an estimated high 100. This train is inbound. The Black Mesa compound is maintained at a pleasant 68 degrees at all times. Transit hub in Area 9 and board a high security train. If you have not yet submitted your identity to the retinal clearance system, you must report to Black Mesa personnel for processing before you will be permitted into the high security.
Wipeout on ViRGE is not only very slow, but also really dark.
3, 2, 1, go!
Expendable with ViRGE is slow and ugly looking game. Voodoo 1 have texture bug again, so I'm using Reaver 128. Alien vs Predator is using alpha blending in many ways. For example, night vision is unusable.
Wake up, Private. You're in some serious shit. We're fucking now.
Sadly, Voodoo have again textures problems, so it's replaced by Reaver 128.
Level 3 doors are already locked, so get your ass to the comms room and I'll greet you from there.
Alert. All personnel must evacuate.
Wake up, Private. You're in some serious shit. We're bugging out now. Level 3 doors are already locked. So get your ass to the comms room and I'll greet you from there. From there.
We skip very popular test Can It Run Crisis? Because this isn't possible on Windows 98. So I replaced Crisis with similar game from 90s called Unreal. So, what is conclusion about S3 ViRGE? It's one of slowest gaming cards ever released. Can be used only in resolution 320 to 240 and maximum if you're lucky is 400 to 300. Alpha blending is missing in this decrease visual quality of many effects. OpenGL is not supported, but this was common at time of release. API S3D is supported only in few games, which are hard to find anyway. Many games are faster with software rendering than in hardware rendering, and that's why this card deserves its marking as decelerator. Card is good only in DOS performance and compatibility, but these are not most important features of 3D game card. That's why it got only 1 star from 10. As you just seen, S3 ViRGE is not good for retro gaming or any other use. That's all for today. See you next time with another useless card, and now you can enjoy demo from 3D Mark 99. For comparison, in small window is video rendered by Voodoo 1.